Hey, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Scotty, and we're gonna take out this bike behind me here today. Just kind of chat and talk about what I think about this Harley Roadster. I've never ridden one, so I'm excited to try it out. Let's get into the video. All right, and just like that, we're out on the road. Poof. So yeah, let's take a look at what we're out riding on today. So we're on a 2019 Harley-Davidson XL 1200, I believe they call it, the Sportster Roadster. So I've always wanted to ride one of these. Me personally, I own a 2015 Triumph Bonneville T100 black, and it's an amazing motorcycle. And it's kind of like what I always wanted. But if I'm being honest, when I was looking for that, I was also looking at these. What kind of swayed me going towards the Bonnie, it's just, my wife Ashley, obviously we ride two up a lot, and I don't think this bike necessarily would be the most comfortable for somebody to go two up on. But I've always loved the way they look. Let's take a look at it. So, yeah, we're on a 2019 Sportster Roadster. It's in this like cream and black color, really cool. It's got that kind of XR 750 vibe from way back in the day. But it's got some modern amenities like, this inverted fork, the dual brakes up front, a little sportier riding position, just all around really a cool looking bike. Like I said, I've always kind of had an affinity for it. As a cafe racer dude, I just love the way, I love cafe bikes, I always have, and, it just, I don't know, they're just raw, and it's kind of like what motorcycling used to be, right? I guess, however you look at it, but, this thing sounds amazing. So it looks like, I think this thing may have an aftermarket pipe on it. I don't know if you saw that in the little clip when I was walking around it, but whatever it has going on, if it is a stock exhaust, kudos to Harley because it sounds amazing. So anyway, I've always wanted to ride one of these. Never got a chance to test ride one when I was shopping back in the day because I didn't have a license, and obviously they can't legally let you test ride something without a license. Obviously I have a license now. But I don't have that spending money where I can just go out and buy every motorcycle that I've ever wanted. I'm not Jay Leno here, so kind of got to stick with what I got. But what I do have, luckily, is a job that allows me to ride things, and so we got to take this out today on a little brake ski, and we're having some fun. So far, I'm pretty impressed with, obviously the performance of the motor is what you would expect from a Harley Sportster. I would say the best engine note in the business, certainly the best sounding Harley, and unfortunately I don't think that it's going to stay that way. I think they may have killed this engine platform with the new Sportster S, which by all accounts looks like an amazing motorcycle. Coming from a guy that rides FTR 1200s all the time at work, I know it'll be a lot of fun, and it's definitely more that direction than maybe like the bike that we're riding on now. I don't know if Harley's going to keep it around or not, but it's unfortunate because, like I said, it's the best engine note in the business. It's torquey. Yeah, it's not the highest horsepower, but it does fine on the freeway, which is all you really should ever be concerned about, is does the bike work too hard on the freeway? I mean, it's like, you can cruise the country roads on a CB300 comfortably, I mean, you don't have to have all kinds of horsepower to do that. So we're coming up into a little twisty section here, so we'll kind of get to see what the bike feels like when I lean it into the corner. And that's one thing, it's a little top heavy, but it's not too bad doing this. It does take a little effort. You got to kind of really use your upper body to kind of drag the bike over into the corner. It's definitely, not as maybe as sporty as it looks, but I think if you're looking for a bike to just kind of cruise around on, and you want those cafe vibes, I think this is a good bike for you, honestly. and it sounds incredible. I mean, it just sounds absolutely amazing. I love it. Oh, I wish my Bonneville sounded like that. It doesn't. It sounds like a sewing machine. Yeah, I mean, really, the seating position's pretty comfortable. The seat is not the best. It's very thin. I would say that is probably the one thing that would wear on me the most if this were going to be my bike. Unfortunately, I don't think there's much you can really do to fix that problem. I think it's kind of like it is what it is, you know. Not that it's necessarily bad, but I feel like, you know, you ride this thing for more than an hour, you're probably going to feel it in the gonads. Or lady parts, you know, whatever. Let's listen to it accelerate as we get on the highway, shall we? That's nice. That is nice. I cannot say enough good things about the way this motor sounds. I mean, it's just, gosh, it's so good. Really enjoying this bike. One thing I always hate on Harleys is the turn signals. I mean, they just, you know, I don't know. I'm just so used to having one button that does both ways in the turn. I know I would get used to it and everything, and it's just a matter of, you know, I don't know. Why overcomplicate something whenever it's just as simple as having one button? You know, I mean, it's less clutter up here, and I don't know. It's another step I always have to think about when I get on a Harley versus riding anything else on the market is that damn turn signal. I forget to turn them off. You know, I forget to use them. It's just, I don't know. I don't like it, but other than that, I don't have a negative thing to say. I would buy this motorcycle. I would own it. It is a little expensive, you know. I mean, even this bike, you know, being a 2019, being a pre-owned, you know, with 7,400 miles on it. I mean, market price on it right now is around 11. It's kind of steep. I mean, is it, you know, is it worth, you know, market value wise? It really. I mean, is it worth the extra like $4,000 over like a Triumph Bonneville? No. I don't think it is. I think that my Bonneville is a lot more comfortable for the long haul. I think it's a lot more practical, obviously, for having a passenger. I think it still looks cool. I mean, you know, all looks are all subjective. I think maybe this bike is probably a little more edgy than my Bonneville. You know, the Bonneville's a little more classically styled, but, you know, they both have their merits as far as looks. I think the price tag is a little high, and I think that's probably why Harley only made this bike for a few years. And unfortunately, it's kind of the same thing that happened with the XR 1200, which was an amazing motorcycle. But, you know, they just kind of overpriced it for what you're getting. You know, you're not getting... You're not getting the performance that you would expect for paying that much for something, you know. It's just unfortunate the way that it is, you know. I mean, yeah, it's torquey. Yes, it's got enough to get around. No, it's not going to hang with, you know, your buddies on, you know, an FTR 1200, say. Well, which is, you know, ironically what this bike was traded for. But it is a really, really cool looking bike, and I have had an immense amount of fun riding it today. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. You know, I'm new at this YouTube thing. If you're watching and you like this kind of stuff, if you like mountain biking, I do mountain biking. I ride motocross, vintage motocross. We do intermittent ride videos. You know, I don't get to do these all the time, but every once in a while I'll ride a road bike and talk about it, or we do all kinds of things. But anyway, if you're into that kind of shit, subscribe to the channel. I'd appreciate a like, a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments below what you think about these bikes, what you think Harley could have did different if they wanted to keep it around, or if you think it's just the stupidest thing ever, you know, let me know that too, whatever. thanks again for watching. This has been Scotty with Evel KeStriegel, and I'll check you later.